Last week, Nintendo invited us to get the chance to play Metroid Dread on the new Nintendo Switch OLED model. Announced shortly after E3, the OLED model is the first real upgrade the Switch has received since launch. I'm choosing not to count the increased battery life, but you could call this the second upgrade if you think that was really a big deal. Touting a high-quality screen and improved kickstand, the OLED model does certainly seem to be the best version for anyone looking to buy a new Switch, but I'd be hard-pressed to say it's worth it for anyone that's happy with the system they have now. I did some research into OLED screens last year as I was shopping around for a new PC monitor, and I was definitely excited to hear that the Switch would be getting an OLED upgrade. In my opinion, OLED has the best colors of modern display technology, being able to show fully black images by turning off individual pixels. It's an upgrade from LCD, the display type used by a wide range of electronics today, including the original Switch. Unfortunately, it's tough to really say the difference is that big in practice. It didn't blow me away, and over the course of my hour-and-a-half preview with Metroid Dread, I kind of forgot that I was even using it in the first place. Perhaps this was foreshadowed by the fact that when I was shopping for that monitor last year, I eventually decided to go with an IPS display instead of OLED, so maybe I'm just the wrong person for this? If you care very much about accurate and vibrant colors for your Switch, then maybe the upgrade is worth it. The screen isn't the only thing that's gotten an upgrade, as the OLED model boasts slightly better speakers. The Nintendo representative that was hosting the demo didn't say exactly what had changed about them, besides simply saying that they were enhanced, but I did personally notice that the audio seemed clearer and louder. We weren't allowed to use direct capture for our preview of Metroid Dread, so I had to record by pointing my phone at the Switch. I was expecting the audio of my footage to be totally unusable, but I was surprised that I could actually hear some of the more atmospheric sounds and music stings in the recording. Even the voice acting, for what little there was, came out completely audible and understandable. That was the thing that really impressed me the most. Everything else is exactly what you expect from it. The kickstand is a huge improvement, but given the original Switch kickstand was pretty much useless, that isn't too impressive. It's nice to be able to actually adjust the angle of the Switch in tabletop mode, but it isn't anything that you can't get for $20 on Amazon. Otherwise, there aren't really any changes from the original Switch model. The Joy-Cons are identical, so you'll still probably have to worry about drift a few months down the road. I think it's a step forward to actually include an Ethernet port in the dock, making it the first Nintendo console to do so, but the fact that a USB port had to be sacrificed to make it happen means that it's functionally identical to your current dock if you happen to have an Ethernet adapter. I don't totally know what I was expecting, but I was ultimately disappointed that the OLED model Switch was, well, a Switch with an OLED screen. It's exactly what they said it would be, and while the official forward title is clunky and silly, it's probably for the best that it's so honest. It is undoubtedly an improvement over the original Switch, but it's such an incremental improvement that it's hard to imagine paying more than I did for my current Switch that's still going strong now. I definitely appreciate the improvements for it if I ever need to replace my Switch, and this is undoubtedly the one to get if you don't already have one. Unfortunately, I don't see much reason to run out and buy a new Switch if you weren't already planning to do so.